Good morning, boys and girls. It's Dr. Sanders again. Welcome back to Room 9, the region's largest classroom. And again, I'm here to teach my pre-K and K students some ELA, that's English Language Arts, and some math. I work at Adams Elementary and I teach pre-K. And right now, most of my stuff is virtual, but I still teach pre-K. And I love all my pre-K students and my kindergarten students and everybody who's watching, because remember, we all can learn something, I hope. And I hope by the end of today, you learn something. So you ready to get started? Are you sure? Okay, let's get started. All right, let's take a look at our objectives and our topic. Remember, this is the first week, second day. And our topic is pre-K reading and math, or ELA and math, or mathematics, whatever you want to call it. Numbers. We're going to learn a lot. Shapes, all types of stuff. And our objective is, this week, students will learn about what will happen in Room 9 in this fall with Dr. Sanders. So you all ready? All right. So let's get started. We're going to get started with some ELA or some reading. So throughout this entire time, we'll learn some words. We'll learn some letters. We'll learn some sounds. We'll learn some, just all types of stuff. We'll learn about books and how to read them in the front cover, back cover. What else do you think we're going to learn in reading? Oh, yes, rhyming words. Capital letters, lowercase letters, yes. Oh, punctuation marks? Yeah, we'll learn a little bit about punctuation marks. Maybe how to spell our names. Oh, yes. And guess what? We'll also practice writing some of our names. And we'll try to write everybody's name. So usually, and I should have said this yesterday or earlier, when we get started, maybe have a whiteboard or something to write with so you can draw something. It's all different types of stuff, whatever you would like. So let's get started with this. We have a couple words. A couple of these, they call them sight words. And what sight words mean is when you see them, you'll know them. When you see them, you'll know them. Sometimes they sound like themselves, but sometimes they don't. But when you see them, you'll know them. We'll just practice this week. So you may see this word again. Does anybody know what this word is? Right, that's the word in. What letter is this? I. N. Exactly, that is right. I-N. In. Exactly. So let's spell this word. And when we spell our words, what we're going to do is we're going to read it, then spell it, and then read it again. Are you ready? So here we go. Let's read the word. In. Let's spell the word. I-N. Let's read the word again. In. Can somebody use that word in a sentence? I am in trouble. Ooh, what did you do to get in trouble? Ooh, the milk is in the refrigerator. Yes, the milk is in the refrigerator. The kids are in room 9. Who said that? Yes, that's right. The kids are in room 9. In room 9 with who? That's right, Dr. Sanders. So let's spell the word in again. Read it. In. Let's spell it. I-N. Let's read it again. In. Good job. Another word is to. To. Another word is to. Let's spell to. Read it. Well, first, what are these letters? Somebody tell me this letter. What is this letter, Javier? T. Exactly. And what is this letter? Ooh, I heard a whole bunch of people say O. That's right, T-O. That word is two. So let's spell two. Remember, what do we have to do first? Read it. Two. Say the letters. T-O. Two. Exactly. All right, boys and girls. Another thing we're going to do is we're just going to try to recognize some letters. Who knows all of their letters? Ooh, I see a lot of hands raised. I heard a lot of people saying, I do. We're just going to do a couple letters today. And then I'm just showing you what we're going to do. A couple letters, couple sounds, and then just an overview of what we're going to do throughout the year. Yesterday we had some letters, and we put them up on our letter chart. So let's look at these letters. What letter is this? Yes, that's the letter V. V. What sound does V make? That's right. Let's find V on our letter chart. Ooh, it's at the end of the alphabet. That's right. That's right. What letter is this? J. That's right. That's the letter what? J. Give me a word that starts with J. Jump. That's right. Jump. Let's find our letter J. G-H-I. J. That's the letter J. And what letter is this? That's right. That's the letter S. S like Sanders. Exactly right. That's the letter S. Let's find S. Q-R. S. S. Snake. Snake. Boys and girls, so we're going to work on letters, sounds, words that start with certain letters. We're just going to have some fun with the alphabet. All right, now we're going to read a book. Are you ready for a book? Yeah, okay. You ready for a book? Okay. Before we read the book, go ahead and stretch real quick. Say, oh, let me hear you. Oh, all right. So we're gonna read a book, and then we'll do some jumping up and down. We'll get loose, and then we'll do some math. So let's read a book. Today, I am going to read a book, and it is called Three Hens and a Peacock. Three Hens and a Peacock. Have you ever seen a peacock? You have a peacock in your yard? Ooh, you have a pet peacock. Interesting. Sometimes if you go to the zoo, who's been to the zoo? Raise your hand. Yeah, I've been to the zoo too. Sometimes I see peacocks roaming around the zoo. Yeah, I've seen them too. So we're going to read this book. It's called Three Hens and a Peacock. And this is the what? That's right, the front cover. This is the back cover. This is the what? Spine. And you see these words up here? That's the title of the book. And somebody has to write this book. You know who writes the book? The author. The author writes the words in the story or the words in the book. And then there's somebody who draws the pictures. You know who draws the pictures? The illustrator draws the pictures. You are exactly right. The illustrator draws the pictures. And this author, the person who wrote the book, is Lester Laminack, and it's illustrated by Henry Cole. And I'm reading this book with permission from PeachTree Publishing. I'm reading this book with permission from PeachTree Publishing. They allow me to read their book to share with you all. Three Hens and a Peacock. Three hens and a peacock. How many hens? Show me with your fingers. 3. That's right. 3 plus 0. 3. Or maybe 2 and 1. That's 3. So let's read this to hear what it's about. Three hens and a peacock. Things were quiet on the Tuckers' farm. The cows chewed their cud. The hens clucked and pecked and laid their eggs. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. Once in a while, someone would stop by to buy tomatoes or corn, perhaps a quart of milk. Nothing unusual there, until that peacock showed up. The cows and the hens and the old hound kept right on doing what they always done. But that peacock never lived on the farm. He had no idea what to do. So he spread his fancy feathers and set to streaking. Eventually, the peacock wandered down the road. When cars whizzed by, he shook his feathers and cried out in his loudest voice. Of course, folks stopped for a closer look. Day after day, more folks stopped to admire the peacock, and they all bought tomatoes and corn, eggs and milk. Business on the Tuckers' farm was booming. Everyone seemed happy to have visitors stopping by. But trouble was brewing in the hen house. The hens were squawking and clucking and flapping their wings. We do all the work around here. I like to see that peacock lay one single egg. Exactly. He just struts around screaming. I suppose fancy feathers are more important than laying eggs. That lazy peacock gets all the attention. And we do all the work. Are the hens happy? No. Yeah, they're mad. Why are they mad? Yeah, the peacock is getting all the attention. Yes, we'll see. Let's see. The peacock heard every word. For days, he moped around moaning and groaning. I wish it could be more useful around here. Clucked one hen. The others ruffled their feathers. The old hound stretched and slowly raised his head. Why not let the peacock stay here to be useful while you hens take the glamorous job down the road? The three hens began clucking to one another. What a wonderful plan! Yes, it's a fabulous idea. Oh, ladies, we simply must fancy up our feathers tonight. And nothing but our brightest beads, bangles, and bows. We'll stop traffic for sure. Why, you girls know I can strut with the best of them. The peacock perked up. Let's do it, he declared. Tomorrow I'll stay here, sit on the nest, and cluck. And we'll get all gussied up, said the hens. We'll be so glamorous. At sunrise the next morning, the hens strutted down to the road. The peacock marched right into the hen house and poked his head inside. The hens flocked by the road, waiting for a car. When they saw one approaching, they clucked, and squawk, and flapped their wings in a flurry of feathers. but every car just whizzed by. The peacock sucked in his tummy, wiggled from left to right, tried to squeeze through the tiny hen house door. His front half was in, but his back half was out. Did the hens get the cars to stop? No. Could the peacock fit in the hen house? No. Down by the road, those hens tried every chicken trick they knew. Still, no car stopped. Finally, the peacock made it into the hen house. He held his breath and pushed with all his might, but no matter how hard he tried, he could not lay a single egg. Not one. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. "What's the peacock doing in the hen house?" asked Farmer Tucker. "Who knows?" said Mrs. Tucker. "And what are those hens doing down by the road? Not one of them is up here laying eggs." "Well, the way things are going, we aren't likely to have anyone buying eggs today," said Farmer Tucker. "We need that peacock down there stopping cars." When the peacock heard that, he smiled, his biggest smile you ever saw on a bird's beak. "I am helping," he thought. He squirmed back and forth until he popped out of the cramped hen house. Then he trotted to find the hens. The exhausted hens were all clucked out. Every feather was out of place. What a day. We couldn't get one car to stop. It's true. Why most of them didn't even slow down. The peacock met the hens as they trudged up the road. "I can tell you, I'm no good at laying eggs," he said. "I'm just not meant for it." One hen nodded. "I put on my stellar strut, and even I couldn't stop a single car," she said. "I have to hand it to you, Fancy Feathers. Your job is harder than it looks." The other hens agreed. The peacock looked relieved. So the hens marched back up to the hen house. The peacock strutted down the road. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. And things were quiet again on the Tucker's farm. All right, boys and girls, did you like that story? Tell me what you liked about that story. Oh, you liked when the peacock was strutting? Can you all show me a little strut? Ooh, you have some fancy struts. Ooh, I like those struts. Tell me something else you liked about the story. Oh, the hens laying eggs? Yes, the hens laying eggs. Oh, no, you like when the peacock got stuck in the hen house? Yes, that was funny. Oh, peacocks are not supposed to be in the hen house? No, probably not. Hens are supposed to be in the hen house. Right. Boys and girls, what is something we learned from that story? Yeah, the hens lay eggs, yes. Peacocks have fancy feathers, yes. You know, one thing we learned is that everybody has a job, right? Everybody has a job. What was the job of the hens? To be in a hen house. And what was the job of the peacock? That's right, to strut his feathers, right? And when he strutted his feathers, did they get more customers? Yes, they did. You are exactly right. So you just got to remember just to do the job, whatever your job is. Your job right now is PreK and kindergarten students and whoever's watching. It's to be students, right? So you have to strut your stuff with your school stuff. Strut your school stuff. All right? So practice writing your names and all that good stuff. All right? And that was Three Hens and a Peacock. All right, boys and girls. I know you're a little tired now. Everybody stand up. Oh, never mind. Sit down. Stand up. Ooh, I see you standing up strong. Okay. Nod your head. Let's see if we can count to 10. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's right. Okay, roll your push your shoulders up and down like you dance. It's like oh. But we're gonna count. You ready? Let's count to 20. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, some of you are getting good with it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, you ready? Jump up and down. Make sure you're not on the couch. Jump up and down 10 times. You ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. All right, now we're going to sit down on 3. Remember when we sit down? Remember, let me show you. We go 1, 2, 3, and then you go up, down, sit right down on the ground. You don't have to do that. You just sit down on the ground. You ready? Let's try it again. Let's go. Everybody standing? 1, 2, 3. Up, down, sit right down on the ground. Good job. Now, we're going to do a little math today. And today, what we're going to do is we're just going to practice looking at some numbers. We're going to look at some numbers. I'm sorry. I forgot. I have to get my number chart. Are you ready for my number chart? Okay, let's get my number chart out. Number chart, where are you? Oh, there you are. And I have to put my number chart in front of the alphabet chart. I hope you all can see it. I hope it doesn't fall. I hope it looks good. I'm going to move myself out the way a little bit. Can you see it? Okay, you can see it? Okay. So let's look at our first row of numbers. Our first row of numbers are 1 through 10. 1 through 10. Right in the middle is what? 5. That's right. I hear some people saying 5. Let's just point to our numbers and we'll count from 1 to 10 today. Are you ready? I'm going to point and I want you to count with me. 1, 2. You can mimic me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, that's the 1 through 10. And I'm going to point to a number. I want you to scream it out and tell me what number it is. Then we'll say it together. That's right, 4. Everybody say 4. 7. That's right, that's the number 7. 2. That's right. Everybody out there screaming 2. That is exactly right. So, again, this is something we'll do, and we'll get all the way up to, anybody know that number? 100. 100. I better fix this before it falls. Oh, it's gonna fall on me. That's okay. So we'll do more numbers later. But another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna spell some numbers. And guess what, boys and girls? What number? Anybody remember from yesterday what number this is? That's the number 9. What number is that? 9. Let's spell 9. We got to read it first, right? 9. N-I-N-E. 9. And remember, this is the largest classroom in the region. Room 9. Thank you, boys and girls. See you tomorrow.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.